UK and speed garage drums are super groovy and known to make people move instantly. That shuffle, that bounce, it's exactly what makes the genre so good. When you try to make those drums yourself, it's easy to end up with something stiff and lifeless. Not that really nice groove that you're looking for. So today I will show you how to go from this to this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make UK and speed garage drums yourself, how to pick the right sounds, nail that swing, and make sure everything grooves together. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get straight into this. All the samples that I'm using in this video come from our brand new UK and speed garage producer pack called Overdrive. In this pack you will find a lot of garage sounds, presets, project files, vocals and more. And it also comes with a full UK garage start to finish course, which I will do a really deep dive into UK garage and build a track from scratch. So if you really want to learn to make your own garage tracks, then I recommend checking that out. You can check it out using the link in the description or click the link over here, which goes to our website, theproduceschool.com. First, let's set the right BPM. 136 BPM, I think that will do the job. The first element that I like to put in is a kick drum, a tight and punchy kick with not too much click. So let's browse some of the samples in the Overdrive pack. This could work. This one as well has some nice punch. And drag it into the channel rack. For the kick drum pattern, there are two options. The first one is a basic 4 to the floor rhythm. This is often more used in speed garage tracks, which adds a bit more drive and speed to the track. And the second kick pattern is what we call a two-step pattern, which is not placing the kick on every beat, but creating a shuffled and syncopated rhythm that can sound like this. And a pattern like this is more often used in those classic UK garage style tracks instead of that faster speed garage tracks. For now, let's keep it simple and just use the 4 to the floor pattern, and then later on I will show you how to get a better shuffled two-step pattern. Now let's find a nice open head and a closed head, starting with the open head. I like this one, pretty noisy. I think it's a bit too long, and for UK garage it's nice to have really tight drums, but we can easily fix that by shaping the envelope of the sample. But first let's look for a closed head. I think this one will work. Let's drag it in. The open head pattern is really straightforward, just like a simple house beat. Put it on every offbeat like this. And to make this head a bit shorter, I will go into the sample settings and go to the envelope settings. And let's create a shorter envelope. Just drag down all the parameters except for the decay and tweak that. That works. You can do this by placing the closed head on syncopated notes, which are notes that are not exactly on the beat or the offbeat, but usually the notes in between. So those notes in between would be here or here. Let's check how it sounds. Let's also add a few more hits, maybe on the first and the third beat. And let's try also here, do something like this. Now we have this nice combination of the open head and the closed head, but it's still feeling stiff and not really like garage drums that have a lot of swing. Swing is a really important concept for garage. So with swing, some notes are placed off the grid. Usually some 16th notes, like this syncopated notes, move a little bit to the right of the grid, which really create a nice and groovy swing. But what I like to use, and it's even easier, is to go to the channel rack and then go to this knob over here, which is the main swing knob. With this main swing knob, you can increase the value and add swing to all the different layers of the patterns. So let's drag it up all the way and see how that sounds. And to add a bit more life and groove to the closed head pattern, we can open the graph editor over here and tweak things like the velocity. So in this way, we can create more of a groove by lowering down some velocity and kind of creating some ghost notes. So let's try this. Now let's add a clap on every second and fourth beat. Tight, simple clap like this one can work, just like this. And let's layer this with a rim shot, just to get more of a garage feel. Let's add 2 more rim snares for some variation. This one and this one. Let's place them on some syncopated notes. Already adding a lot more groove and swing to this drum pattern. Maybe put these last on the other rim for some variation. And let's pitch this one down a bit. Perfect. Now we have a really nice and typical garage style drum pattern. Let's make it a bit more interesting by extending the pattern and then adding some variations at the end. At the end of the second bar, I wanna add a few more claps and rims to create some fill variation. Let's try to put just the clap and the rim there. That works. Maybe try the other one here. Just experimenting with different patterns to see what I like. Maybe tweak the velocity of this clap so it kind of fades in. Perfect. And let's also tweak the velocity of the syncopated rim. Let's put it into the playlist. I added this Reese-based loop to give you some context on how the drums can sound in a track. Now let me also show you how to get the two-step pattern. For this, really that much changing. The only thing that's changing is the kick drum, which is not now on every beat, but we're gonna just place it on some syncopated and offbeat notes. Let's just try some random patterns. Let's do this again for this part. And what's also nice is to get this really fast kind of kick starting at the end over here, then going into the first kick again, which sounds like this. Kind of have this really fast double hit. But for this, it's nice to drag down the velocity, so the volume of this last kick a bit. To give the drums a bit more texture and an old school feel, you can try adding a breakbeat underneath it. We have some breakbeats in the overdrive pack, so let's try one. This one can work, and instead of just dragging it into the playlist or the channel rack, we're gonna right click the sample and then select open in new Fruity Slicer channel. And this opens the very simple plugin called Fruity Slicer. And it slices this whole beat up in slices, which is really nice to create patterns with it. And it also makes it easy to apply that same swing and that main swing to this drum loop. So that will sound like this. You can definitely hear that swing. I think it's a bit too choppy now. And let's remove all of this so we can just extend that first part. Gonna remove the kick drum slice here. And this one as well. It's very choppy, but if you put it on a lower volume and layer it with the other drums, it can sound really cool. Let's copy this again for the other part. And to make this one a bit more tight, you can go into the envelope settings again, drag down the decay. I think that's a bit better. Just putting it on a low volume so the rest of the drums still remain as the main focus. And let's also add a percussion loop, maybe a tambourine, like this. For this, we're gonna do the same thing, open it in a Fruity Slicer channel, and then let's see how it sounds. Pretty alright. Let's lower down the volume. And let's cut this part here. The final thing I'm going to show you is to add a bit of processing to these drums. I'm just gonna send all of the drums except for the kick to one channel just to make it easy and quick. To add a bit more warmth and drive to these drums, I'm gonna add a FabFilter Saturn 2. I'm just gonna increase the the drive of this warm tape preset. Maybe try the old tape even. Let's see how that sounds. Adding this nice kind of warmth to the drums. And let's lower down the mix a bit. As you can hear, it's making these drums a lot warmer, and also a bit of the high end is getting cut off, which also makes it sound a little bit less modern and more that old school sound that you usually want to achieve when making garage. Then another really useful thing to put on your drums group is a transient processor or a transient shaper. For this, I'm just using the Fruity Transient Processor plugin, as it's just really easy. And with a transient plugin like this, it's really easy to make your drums sound more tight by dragging down the release knob. And for UK Garage, this can be really useful. Sometimes you really want some super tight drums, and by just dragging down the release, you can already get that effect. Do it like this. And let's put the kick in its own mixer channel as well. And let's add a bit of distortion with the Decapitator. Drag down the mix. Makes the kick a bit warmer as well. Now let's add back that Reese loop and this vocal to give you a context. To add a bit more texture to the drums, you can also choose to add some ambience like these vinyl crackles. Or you can use a plugin like RC20 and just make sure you lower down the volume a bit. Add some nice crisp to these drums. And that's everything you need to know about making UK Garage drums. If you have any questions about things I did in the video, then feel free to drop a comment. Also, if you have suggestions for UK Garage artists, styles that we should cover in another video, then let us know that as well. If you want to take a deeper dive into Garage and really level up your UK Garage tracks, then make sure to check out our UK Garage Start to Finish course, where I will explain every element of UK Garage in detail, so you can really learn how to make your own full UK Garage style tracks. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.